Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Hey, bum. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to Coco Sports. I am the huge one kid idiot Dave Koco from KocoHama.com. 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 It's a English and Japanese blog that covers sports and entertainment in the Yokohama, Tokyo area. So make sure to check it out, KocoHama.com. And this is a 0-1 review for the 8-3 show that I went to live. We'll be showing some photos later and all that fun stuff. And as always, we ask you win, loss, or tie to the biggest show of the weekend. I know everyone's like, hey, Coco, you going to cover the biggest show of the weekend? I am, baby. 0-1 Pro Wrestling. I give this a huge win. It's just, it is the best style of Japanese pro wrestling. There isn't 1,000 heels. There's not 1,000 run-ins. Overall, I give it a huge win. I'm going to be following 0-1 a lot closer. They have another show in the Tokyo area, 8/11. I might go. I'm definitely going to the show, I believe, in September or October. I'm definitely going to go to that show because it's going to be fantastic. But 0-1, it was at first ring. It was hot. It was packed. They had a huge storyline. They had two great matches. Well, probably two great matches, some solid matches. And overall, I just give it a huge win. I enjoyed it. I feel like the type of pro wrestling that I like is Japanese strong style, Japanese like atmosphere. And I feel like I live in Yokohama and it's harder and harder to find that product. You know? I like the Masawas. I like the Hashimotos. I like the Mudas. I like the Ligers. They didn't have to fucking have 80,000 fucking run-ins. They just had one badass versus one badass. They beat the shit out of them, and the fans screamed their fucking name on the top of their goddamn lungs while the freaking air condition didn't work. That, to me, is Japanese pro wrestling. That, to me, is what makes it great. No one is gonna go, wow, remember that time the heel faction ran in? Oh, really? Which one? The Zebrats? No, the other one. XNWO 2000? No, the other one. Bullet Club? No, the other one. House of Torture? You mean the other? I can go on all day. I can go on all fucking day. I can go on all day, and that's the problem. 0-1 didn't have any of that. Tag team matches, 101, and hopefully more people support the big Japans, the 0-1s, I wouldn't say Noah, but they're off the list. The Dragon Gate, they're off the list. DDTs. I just feel like the style of pro wrestling is phasing out, and everyone is exactly the same. Everyone is exactly the same. It's just like, no, give me Masawa, give me Hashimoto, put them in the fucking ring, beat the shit out of each other. That's the fucking magic. That's the magic. And this show had the magic. This show had the magic, and I appreciate it. All right, so let's go read the results. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, cool. I'm glad that worked. We're here at KocoHama.com. It's in Japanese and English. Look at me. Boom. Pretty goddamn good seats, huh? I'm dying a little bit. So you can read it in Japanese. Cobra left a comment too. And it's also here in English. Say it's a huge win. Shin, I don't want to read it forever. Shin Kiba was packed, hot, blah, blah, blah. 3 stars a night, Tanaka, Hayabusa, and Chris Weiss. And I'm going to read this off KocoHama.com, which I had to actually go look for the results because I have the worst memory in the world. And I found Puro Love. I believe it's a German site. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, we'll roll with it. But they got it. So here we go. You start off with a tag team match. Yasu and Kabuta defeats Sugawa and Yokoyama. Yokoyama is insanely over, but I don't think anyone I don't think anyone has actually seen him win. We had a crew about four guys, and we had two hardcore 0-1 fans, me, Army, I believe Army Infantry, Army Ammunition, a military retired guy. It was his second show ever, and he actually enjoyed it a lot. There was a lot of new fans. There was like Japanese college kids and high school kids. I couldn't really tell. When you get old, the difference between college and high school look exactly the same. You're like, I'm a senior in college. I'm a senior in high school. You're young as fuck. So they had some young guys there cheering their asses off, having a lot of things. I think they brought in a new audience, which is good. And hopefully Yokoyama starts winning some matches. Overall, pretty solid. I seen Yazoo wrestle on like 8,000 different shows. So it's always fun to see him. Next, you had a women's match. You had Yuki Masahiro defeat Dark Silhouette. I'm going to pretend I said that right. You're going to pretend I said that right. We're just going to keep rolling. She was from CMLL. This match was kind of a decent match. The crowd started off a little bit cold and warmed up. Dark Silhouette played the heel perfectly. There was no run-ins. There was no chairs. There was no bullshit. Guess what fucking heels really fucking do? They beat the shit out of the baby face. Let it go. Gonna let it go. But yeah, overall, it was a fun, entertaining match. Next, right before intermission, you had Chris Weiss go against Violent Jack from Freedoms. They had a couple guys from Freedoms there. They had a girl from CML. This match was absolutely amazing. It leads to a time limit draw. Hopefully, we'll see a rematch. Chris Weiss is crazy popular. I think I've been watching Chris Weiss for like 800 years. I'm pretty sure I seen him when he was a student. I used to go to Zero1. I guess they would call it like dojo shows, but you had to be invited. Yeah. So like they would give a lot of the young talent a chance. And I got to go in. I got to see Craig Classic back when he was the NWA champ, and Chris Weiss. And yeah, it's just amazing. And we get to see him a lot. We've seen him in a big lucha show this summer in Japan, and he also is always popping up here and there on the independent scene. And it's crazy because like I don't wish 0-1 ill will at all, I assure you, but it's just crazy no one has picked him up. It's just he has the look, he's strong, he's a solid worker, he's stiff. So I'm looking forward to the rematch of this match. Next, you have a tag team match. Matsunaga and Yuki Toki defeat Sasaki from Freedoms and Miyamoto. This was a pretty solid tag match. And later on, these two go on to challenge someone at the end of the show. And I don't know, overall, pretty solid match. The only thing is, it just came back from intermission, and everyone's here for the main event of the night, and that's Hayabusa Tanaka. Tanaka, for old heads, Mike Awesome, ECW, FMW, 0-1, even when it was Hashimoto's. Tanaka has been a big part of this company for a long time, and they said his 0-1 career, if he loses from 0-1. And then you have Hayabusa, which the original Hayabusa passed away. I know who is under the mask. I was told to keep it kayfabe, so I was like, all right, dude, I'll fucking kayfabe it. Not that I don't think anyone gives a shit if fucking Dave Koco knows who's under the mask. But he came back. I think he did his first match at the big Lucha show. They had a huge Lucha show at Sumo Hall, and I was sitting there with reporters, tattooed gentlemen, wrestlers, all different types of just tough of the tough shenanigans. You're like, oh, look at those guys. They're fucking bearded guys hanging out with toughians. And everyone sat there, from journalists to fans to wrestlers to fucking tattooed gentlemen. They all fucking sat there and said the same thing. And there was even a couple, there was a couple 0-1 wrestlers in the crowd. They all fucking said the same thing. This motherfucker better be able to fucking do it. He has the look. He looks exactly like Hayabusa. He has the family's permission. We are surprised it's not Hayabusa Jr. or Hayabusa 2, but he does it fucking perfect, and his mask is on the line. And, you know, it was just so much fun. We were sweating our asses off at first ring. People were fucking screaming. It was a hot crowd. You had people rooting for Hayabusa, people rooting for Tanaka. And then when they were like, there's only 15 minutes left, 10 minutes left, you had the audience begging, pleading even, for a 30-minute draw. And when they got it, the fucking place erupted. And the crazy part is, how often do you see 2 time limit draws fucking be 2 of the best matches on the fucking card? That's bonkers. That's insane. And not only that, but like, I remember Noah did one at Shinjuku Face. They did Nakajima, I love you, and they did Keno, I fucking love you more. No, that's not fair. I love Nakajima more. I don't know. It's tough. Congo for life. They had a time limit draw at Shinjuku Face, and I remember everyone like, dude, this fucking sucks. Time limit draw, fucking bullshit. So pulling a time limit draw main event is fucking difficult. No one in that fucking first ring wanted it to fucking be a winner. They were fucking going crazy. Tanaka was cheering. It was so cool because you got to hear, I believe it's Tanaka's daughter. That's what I was told. But they were like, Papa, Papa. Like, had a little kid screaming the name. New fans wanted Hayabusa. They didn't want him to unmask. They didn't want him to leave Zero1. And it was so funny because, like, me, Cobra, we walked into the stadium saying, this is lose-lose. Fucking Tanaka leaves Zero1. Fuck. Hayabusa gets unmasked. Fuck. It's a lose-lose situation. And it's probably the coolest time limit draw that I think I've ever fucking seen. I think it was, dude. It was just fucking amazing. We're a bunch of old heads, so our group was cheering as loud as fuck for Tanaka. Hayabusa it was just fucking amazing. It was such a good live experience. And I know I live in Japan, and I know I probably go to about 3 to 4 shows a week. That's not fair. I go to 3 to 4 sporting events a week. I go to a lot of shows, and I'm going to start covering all the shows I go to now that I have Kokohama.com. You know, I'm sure the shows that I go to, all these indie shows, are going to do wonderful in the ratings. But even though I live in Japan and I go to 3 or 4 shows, we'll say 10 plus shows a month. I go to 10 plus shows a month. It's the first time I really felt I was in Japan again. And I fucking lived here for 20 years. I left there going, oh, I got it. I fucking finally got to see a Japanese fucking pro wrestling match. It wasn't Japanese athletes pretending to be American. It wasn't fucking some bullshit storyline that worked in the fucking 80s. It was just, in the words of Dave Bautista, give me what I want. They gave us what we wanted. They literally gave us what we wanted. So I was super happy for this. Let's see what Cobra has to say. Also, check it out. If you're Japanese or English, we're also going to embed it in the blog. We're really going to hit the blog. We're building it up slowly, but next year we're going to hit it pretty hardcore. I'm going to go to the Baystar season tickets. I got my Grit season tickets. I might get Excellent season tickets every event I go to. I don't care if Google hates this. I don't care if YouTube hates us. I'm going to fucking cover what I want to cover. And then I'm going to bitch that no one watches. Because I'm a fucking baby, man. So Cobra says, the entire show was great. The main event over-delivered. The top 2 matches were the semi-main event and Hayabusa versus Tanaka. See, we disagree. God damn you, Cobra. No, I'm just kidding. The Tokyo Mezzo looked great in the ring. Semi-main. The new Hayabusa is the spitting image of the original and body type moveset and movement. This is one of the few matches I could think of where a time limit draw worked as sent the fans home happy. The next show has Hayabusa and Tanaka teaming up against Manasunga and Toki, which I'm very interested in seeing. And same thing here. So, yeah, definitely go check it out. Kokohama.com, Zero1. And let's go to the Twitter machine. Hello, Twitter machine. Whoops. I had it set up perfect, and then I come here, and it's like, oh, I don't have it set up perfect. Good. Great. Wonderful. Look at that. All right. I watch a lot of Japanese sports. There we go. All right. All right. There we go. Also, 27 years ago, Rob Van Dam and Sabu versus Hayabusa at Heatwave. All right, so some of these are pictures that I took at the main event. So there you go. Hayabusa jumping off the top rope. I even got a lot more photos. I wish we could share content easier. I feel like we've become social media, and with the algorithms, it's like harder and harder to share content. It's like you can only share 4 photos, and if you post too much, we're not going to send it out to people. You're like, just let me put out everything, man. Let me tell you, kids, about a time called MySpace. You could just jam that shit up, and your followers would fucking see it. Salute to Tom and MySpace. So there you go. Boom. There you go. I got a little suplex action. This is one of my favorite shots of the night. Going off. He also jumped off this corner outside to a table, and I was too pumped up. I didn't get a fucking picture of it. So it was pretty awesome. And then he broke a table piece off his leg. It was a pretty good match. At the end, they put each other over. It's like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, I'm awesome. You're awesome. And you know fucking Koco loves this shit. This was a Koco fucking classic right here. All right, this is the semi-main event tag. Jumping off. Woohoo! There you go. Double suplex. Another double suplex from a different angle. All right, this is Chris Vance. So there you go. This ended up in a time limit draw, and the crowd was absolutely hot for it. I think this is the second best match of the night, but Cobra disagrees. And then, we were chanting friendship, and when they shook hands, all the Japanese people were chanting friendship. So it was like from Mortal Kombat. One of my friends that gives the hockey, he's like, they shook hands like, friendship! And like, people were like, yeah, friendship! So hopefully we'll see a rematch between those two. Here's the girl from CMLL. That's one of my better shots. I don't know. I'm always a big action shot guy. I always fear taking women's pictures because there's like so many perverts. Like they have to make rules and stuff. It's like, oh man, that looks painful as hell. I wouldn't want to do that. And there. And then here's the opening match. So there you go. Opening tag team match. Short match, but overall good match. And yeah, there you go. I don't know where they're going to air this because Zero1's website is currently under maintenance, but you can contact them. You can get it. So the next one's August 11th on a Monday. Man, I should go. I'm going to so many events this August. Oh, my God. Hey, maybe I should go. Well, I'm going to be going by myself, though. Maybe I'll ask Domo or a friend to go. Oh, man, it would be so cool. And Tokyo Square is really beautiful and nice. It's just my fat ass has to walk like 15 minutes from the train station. Dude, I went to Tokyo Square with Ninja Mac. And he's like, oh, it's about a 20-minute walk. And I said, hey, you want to fucking skip the show and get McDonald's and a beer? And Ninja Mac just looks at me and goes, that is the fattest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. It's like, oh, dude, I'm on a diet now, thanks to Ninja Mac. There you go, just drinking liquid. Dude, diets are hard. But you know what? When Ninja Mac says that's the fattest thing I've ever heard, I think it's time to get in shape. But yeah, Tokyo Square. Maybe I'll go to this show. And I might contact them. I wonder if they need help with their websites. I used to be in marketing. And then I don't know where it airs, because on Wrestle Universe, Real 01 airs. And, oh, there's my boy, Tanaka! And they haven't updated in a while. Hey, I went to this show. Where is it? This show. I was there. I was the loud, fat, white guy. But yeah. So, I don't know. There's a difference, you know. I wish I had all the answers for you. I don't know if there's a difference between Real 01 and 01. Or, because they kind of have the same fucking rosters, and I've been to both shows. So I'm not really sure if that's a brand split or a faction. I'm not really sure what the situation is. But I'm hoping to check it out more often, and hopefully you guys can see it. I mean, I had to go to a German website for results. So, and of course I was there in the building. I just have the worst fucking memory in the world. Dude, don't get old. Don't get punched in the face. You get scar. When you get punched in the face as much as me, you get scars and short-term memory. Like, I used to do the reviews right outside the stadium because it looked really cool, and I might do it again. But, yo, I straight up fucking forget the matches, like, instantly. I'm like, I need, like, a quick reminder. Like, hey, what about this? What about this? What about this? Like, ha, you're right. Now I remember. So there you go. So, yeah, overall, I give it a huge win. I hope the world gets to see it. And who knows? I might contact Zero1. We get Zero1 on KocoHama.com, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. Right there. All right. So, like, comment, subscribe. I would say win, loss, or tie, but I guess you had to be there. And does anyone know where to watch Zero1? No fucking advertisements. They got Twitter. Nope. They have a QR code. All right, let's see what this QR code takes us. This is bonus, boys. The good news is, if you made it this long, you're probably going to wait. So I appreciate that, dude. You're the true heroes. All right, let's go see. QR, cool. Is this just the... Wait. Oh, this is just for tickets. I kid you not. I thought for a second there it was straight up going to take you to the fucking video of it. I would have lost my fucking mind. I'm like, yeah! We beat the system, boys! So, if you get to see it, definitely check it out. It was absolutely fantastic. And win, loss, or tie. And are you guys pro covering this more? Anti covering this more? And on top of that, like, I also kind of feel bad because, like, if you can't actually watch it. But I guess that's what a review is for. You know, I guess, you got the results. You got everything. All right, check out KocoHama.com. KocoHama.com. And we're going to be slowly but surely building it up. It's a Japanese-English blog. You know, I started a show with it, but, I really would like you to go to KocoHama.com and make it a regular thing. I slowly but surely build it up. That'd be kind of cool. So, did any events happen in America? Leave in the comments if any events happened in America. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. On YouTube, Koco plays for the next 4 weeks. We're about 11 days in. We go live at 10 p.m. Eastern, where we play NCAA football as Rutgers, and you can name the players after you. And we're putting a lot of stuff. So, like I said, I got about 5 weeks off, and then I am gonna retire. I'm gonna retired, and then I'm gonna work on streaming, writing, YouTube, and KocoHama. That's what my future holds. But I just can't walk out on a job, even though I don't need it. Yeah. I remember as a young man, I was like, no one quits in the middle of the school year. No one quits before the end of the Japanese business year. And now I'm like, all right, guys, after the Japanese business year and after the Japanese school year, I'm out. Also, thanks to my boss, I got to get great seats at the Tokyo Dome for Bay Stars. All right, now I'm just rambling. All right, love you dudes. Like, comment, subscribe. And here's the real question. Should I contact Zero1? Be like, Zero1, we made Combat TV. We made KocoSports when it actually worked. What about KocoHama.com, boys? All right, with that, I am over. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Hey, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum.